In the early hours of March 20, 2003, the quiet of the Baghdad sky was shattered. Operation Iraqi Freedom had begun. The world watched as a coalition, led by the United States, launched a shock and awe campaign, promising to disarm Iraq of weapons of mass destruction, end Saddam Hussein's support for terrorism, and free the Iraqi people. This was the culmination of months of heated debate, intelligence briefings, and ultimatums. The justification presented to the world was clear and urgent. Saddam Hussein possessed a fearsome arsenal of WMDs that posed a grave and immediate threat to global security. Evidence was presented at the highest levels, including an infamous address to the United Nations Security Council. The world was told that the intelligence was not in doubt. For many, the memory of 9/11 was still raw, and the idea of such weapons falling into the hands of terrorists was a terrifying prospect. The initial invasion was swift. Coalition forces advanced rapidly across the desert, facing pockets of resistance but ultimately overwhelming the Iraqi military. Within weeks, Baghdad fell. The iconic image of Saddam Hussein's statue being toppled in Ferdo Square symbolized for many the end of a brutal dictatorship. For a moment, it seemed like the mission's primary objectives were on the verge of being met. The search for the alleged weapons of mass destruction began in earnest, with inspection teams scouring the country, from presidential palaces to remote military sites. But as the days turned into weeks, and weeks into months, the weapons were nowhere to be found. The initial certainty began to crumble, replaced by a growing sense of unease and questioning. The core justification for the war was evaporating before the world's eyes. How could the intelligence have been so wrong? This question would echo for years to come, leading to official inquiries and intense scrutiny of the decision-making process. The failure to find WMDs fundamentally altered the public perception of the war, both at home and abroad. With the conventional war over and the old regime dismantled, a new and far more complex chapter began. A power vacuum emerged, and Iraq descended into a chaotic and violent insurgency. The conflict morphed from a swift military operation into a grueling, long-term struggle against a complex web of sectarian militias, foreign fighters, and remnants of the old Ba'athist regime. Car bombings, kidnappings, and brutal firefights became a part of daily life. The dream of a quick and clean liberation gave way to the harsh reality of a nation-building effort under fire. The human cost of this new phase was immense. Improvised explosive devices, or IEDs, became the signature weapon of the insurgency, inflicting devastating casualties. For the Iraqi people, the suffering was profound. Sectarian violence between Sunni and Shia communities exploded, tearing apart the very fabric of society. Neighborhoods became segregated, families were displaced, and a generation grew up surrounded by conflict. The initial hope for a new democratic Iraq was overshadowed by a daily struggle for survival. Looking back, the legacy of the Iraq War is deeply complex and fiercely debated. Did it make the world safer? Was it a necessary intervention or a catastrophic miscalculation? The war toppled a dictator, but it also unleashed forces that contributed to the rise of new extremist groups, fundamentally reshaping the Middle East. It strained international alliances and ignited a passionate debate about the role of military power and the ethics of preemptive action. The stories from this era are stories of sacrifice, courage, and loss. They are the stories of soldiers on the front lines, of journalists risking their lives to report the truth, and of ordinary Iraqis caught in the crossfire, dreaming of a peaceful future. The war's impact is still felt today in the politics of the Middle East, in the lives of veterans, and in the collective memory of a generation that came of age watching these events unfold. Understanding the Iraq War isn't just about understanding a single conflict, it's about understanding the fault lines of our modern world. It serves as a powerful reminder of the profound and often unpredictable consequences of war. Thank you for watching. If you found this documentary informative, please consider liking the video and subscribing to our channel for more deep dives into pivotal historical events.